Hello everyone, welcome. Today I'm going to show you my Echeveria Peach Pride. As you can see, I have two of them. It's hard to say why they look so different. I want to say that the one on the left is just a lot more mature plant than the one on the right. Because I don't remember how I came across purchasing this one. I think I just kind of fell in love with um, the look of it. As you can see, the left one still has its color. I think the color actually just started coming back in because I know earlier on this month it lost a lot of its color, and it actually lost a lot of its leaves as well. I'm a little concerned about this plant because I know that it's definitely a lot more mature than the one on the right, as you can definitely tell by the stalk, um, the branch, whatever, the stem. I don't even know what they're called, but the stem, yes. So as you can see here, it's a lot more brown, and here it's very green. So I'm inclined to believe that this is a much younger plant than this one. And also this is a lot more leggy. And I think peach prides are known to be to get leggy, which I don't mind. I do like them. And this one actually, when it first came to me, the face was a lot more fuller than this. Um, so it's lost a lot of leaves in the summer actually. I don't think there's anything wrong with it per se. I don't know why it's losing leaves. It might be just doing that because it's the summer and it's just really hot. And I do think that these are a little bit sensitive to humidity. They like the sun. They don't require a lot of water, but if you want them to grow, you do need to water them. Um, I'd say I think in the spring I was watering them once every 2 weeks or so. Because these, I want to say that um, the leaves don't necessarily get wrinkly. I don't even wait that long. I didn't want to wait that long, but definitely I watered this one yesterday, and you can see the leaves are very plump. Um, and so it's definitely responding to the water. So I think the roots are fine. Why it lost a lot of the bottom leaves, I'm not quite sure. As you can see, the bottom of the branch over here. Let me try to point it here. You see how it's like fleshy looking and pink. Um, that's where like all the leaves it dropped all the leaves over there. Um, So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with it, but I mean, and the color, um, as you can see, is beautiful. The leaves are kind of like neon green, and it gets like highlighted by these like pink, like hot pink, I want to say, well, kind of reddish lining. It's just absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna insert the original picture. This actually hasn't grown. I want to say I don't think it has grown at all. All it did since I've had it was lose its leaves, the bottom leaves, and that actually just happened very recently in the last month and a half. I want to say that it's just because it's just too hot for them. And these are sitting not in on this sort of. I've been moving it around just to see if maybe it's the spot that it's sitting that it's not, doing well. But this was also out on my patio in that April heat wave. I know I keep mentioning that heat wave. It's so terrible. So it actually had the sunburn. So you'll see right here, you'll see the sunburn. It's still there, that leaf is still there. And there's various areas where it got sunburn. Look, here, those are all sunburn. And it still didn't drop those leaves. But those weren't the bottom leaves either. So these are, I feel like, they definitely need to be in a shaded area. The leaves are very sensitive to the sun. It needs good amount of sun, but it's not that strong under. I mean, I don't think there are definitely some varieties here that are very strong under the sun, but not this one. It definitely has to stay under the shade for. Now I'm going to show you this other one. This, when it came to me, was kind of a good surprise. It came as a full cluster. It didn't change much. I feel like it got a little bit taller since I potted into this plant, and this is a 4-inch pot. So is the other one. Um, and it's dropped some leaves fairly recently, not as much as the other plant. Um, Other than that, like the clusters, I feel like it definitely settled into the pot. I know that it's responding to the water. The rosettes opened up. When I first got it, it was a little bit, it was more closed up. Now it's open. The only thing is, it it has these, I want to say these scars. I don't know what's going on. Oops, there goes my stones again. I'm gonna tilt my camera. It has these scars on the plant, and I really don't know what's going on with it. If anybody knows, I don't know if it's sort of like specific to this plant or if it's just, I'm not sure. But as you can see, let me try to spin it around. Um, these are just kind of like, some of them I tried scraping it off. I don't know that if I should have done that, but they were kind of like little white bumps on the skin. I thought maybe they were like some sort of bug laid eggs on them. I mean, I know that's like butterflies have to do that. I really don't know. So like if you'll see that this is just like the scabbing after I kind of like try to yeah, that's like scabbing after I try to scrape it off. I don't know. I mean, it did come to me. It's a lot more cleaner looking now, but it came to me with a lot of like what it appeared to be dirt in between the leaves, but they weren't really dirt. Um, as you can see here, like I don't know if you can really, try to focus the camera, but you see like these black um sort of spots. I mean, they're not really scabs like the other one, but they had these black spots all over it, inside, in between, in the center, in between all the leaves. I try to in the spring. What I did was I like showered them with the hose, and I try to like sort of I used like a soft brush to brush them out. I thought it was dirt because it wasn't really coming off with the water spray, which was odd to me. If it was dirt, it should have just washed away, but it didn't. So I was kind of convinced that it was some sort of like pest residue, if you know what I mean. Because I know some of like aphids, um, they leave a lot of yucky stuff behind. So I thought maybe it was that. I do feel like a lot of the plants that I purchased, they come from California. And as I mentioned, even in my earlier video, I mean, obviously they have the best weather for succulents. So I get it, but I think a lot of these growers, not necessarily farms per se, but a lot of the sellers, I think they just kind of leave them out in the sun. I don't think that they put any sort of sunshade over them, because I know for a fact a lot of these plants, they come with all sorts of like sunburn. So this is what this plant also, I feel like, came with sunburn. So you'll see these like edges. Um, yeah, I feel like there's sunburn. I don't know. I know it definitely um, wasn't from my plant shelf, because that's how it came. It actually got a lot more cleaner looking because I want to say that it dropped a lot of the lower leaves. So yeah, so that's how it came to me. I mean, it's still beautiful. I still love how it looks, and I'm just like really, very excited about the color and it coloring up. Um, I don't think these two, I mean, I don't think there's different varieties of peach pride. I know that I've seen some some of the other people post pictures or videos of them being really big. I think they get fairly big and large clusters. I'm trying to avoid, um, well, I shouldn't say avoid, but I want them to grow, stay small. It's sort of, I really do like this size. I don't mind it getting it more leggy like this, but I do like this size, and I purposely potted it in a 4-inch pot, thinking I don't want it to grow too much, um, only because I just really don't have the space for it on my, as much as I would love them to get really big, I just don't have the space. So right now, I feel like I haven't watered this, and I ordered a lot of my other supplements yesterday. I know I watered this yesterday, but I didn't water that because I think I gave it water not too long ago. I'm just trying to be careful. I'm not really quite sure if they're putting out these dried leaves because it's lacking water. I don't think it's lacking water per se, because you can, the leaves are still very firm. So I don't think it's a water issue. Maybe it's just too hot. It's too humid. I mean, it could be a lot of things. But it's, you know, it's definitely well established in the pot, and I got it not too long ago, so I think it's doing, it's, I think it's doing well. So I'm just gonna keep watch. Um, Hope that whatever that was going on in here, I did, when I do purchase plants and when I get them in, the first thing I do is really, I do spray them down. I kind of quarantine them a little bit, and I spray them with insecticide. Um, and I've noticed in the some of the YouTube channels that I watch, a lot of these YouTubers internationally, they have all sorts of like sprays and like fertilizers and this and that for, specifically for succulents. But I don't know if it's just me, but I just can't seem to find any of them here. Some of them, like, they talk about using like, I don't know, it's specifically in Korean, and I watch a lot of those channels, and sometimes I struggle because I'm like looking, you know, looking into dictionaries and trying to translate. Um, my Korean is not that great, so I mean it's good enough that I understand everything that they say, but certain like succulent specific language, it's hard to understand. And they mention like sprays, disinfectant sprays that they use regularly to keep, um, you know, viruses away from these succulents. And I search for them here, and it just doesn't exist. I mean, obviously they have, you know, soil mixes as specific to succulents. They have, you know, plant sprays, insecticide, like all natural insecticides and things like that. But I just can't find any kind of disinfecting sprays. So I mean, I just kind of spray them down with the insecticide. Um, Sprays, hope that any kind of whatever virus or bacteria that it might have, that it would get, you know, destroyed with the spray. Um, and I quarantine them a little bit, so in case they have any kind of, you know, pests that I just don't catch. Yeah, I do that with all my plants. Okay, so I think that's it for today. I will post more videos, of course, with updates, and I'm just dying for the fall to come along, so I can see how my succulents change. This is the first fall for me with them, with most of them. Um, so I'm super excited about that. I keep saying that, but anyhow, thanks for watching. Bye now.